Good morning. It is 6:04 now, 95.5. WFMS, Jim, Deb, and Kevin.
It's foggy this morning.
A little bit of fog this morning, too. We had that
Yeah.
rain that came down yesterday. Nice rain. We certainly could use that.
I
Most
like driving
places.
in that fog.
You know what's weird is I'm driving in, and it's enough that I can see the road. It's not to where it's, but you can see just a little bit of the road, but I can't see anything on the sides of me.
Oh.
And I'm thinking to myself at one point, I drive
where the headlights aren't shining?
Yeah, and it's kind of, you just can't see the lights that normally you can see. And I'm about halfway here, and I drive this every day. I'm like, I'm not sure where I am.
Oh, really?
Because you get so used to those landmarks
Sure.
and where lights in certain
Right.
situations. I'm like, did I go through that traffic light yet?
What is it called when a pilot has to fly by instrument panel only? That's kind of what you were doing this morning in your truck.
Right, IFR.
Is that? See, I knew he'd know.
Oh, my God.
So you were flying IFR this morning.
Instrument flight readings,
There
yeah.
you go. Mm-hmm.
Except for he was on the ground.
Yeah.
In a car.
Just feed his ego,
It
Deb.
did catch
No.
It did too. So, well, anyway, the point being, give yourself maybe a little time this morning.
Oh, that's the point?
Oh, you had one?
I didn't know he had a point.
Oh, he had one.
63 degrees, little fog at WFAMS. 95.5 WFMS, Jim, Deb, Kevin. You can always call us. Make sure and write this number down, 317-255-9367, or you can text to that same number anytime.
Yeah. So would you let artificial intelligence choose your outfit this morning, your clothing, what you're getting? A lot of you are getting dressed right now, getting ready to go to work, and you're going to your closet and going, I guess I'll wear this shirt again today, or I'll wear these pants, or whatever it might be. What if you woke up and it was sitting out already right there? This is what artificial intelligence is telling you to wear for today. It checks the forecast. It knows the last time you wore that outfit, so it's in the proper rotation, and you just have to grab it and go. Deborah, would you like it or no?
No.
Jimmy?
Yes.
Me too. Sign me up. I don't want to have to think about, did I wear this shirt last week or yesterday or whatever? It's clean again.
That might be a
in the closet.
man-woman thing, too.
I don't want to have to worry about, okay, is it going to be cold out? Is it raining today? See, it would already know it. The artificial intelligence would already know this information, so it would hand you or lay out the clothing that you need to wear.
How's it laying it out?
Well, I don't know.
You got a robot there?
I haven't come to that part of it. Yeah, maybe it's a robot.
I
but
just think that's weird. I think that technology is great, but there are certain things that I don't want us to rely on artificial intelligence just to do certain basic tasks we should be able to do ourselves.
I'm with you on that. That whole thing kind of scares me a little bit, but when it makes my life a little easier, I'm okay with it.
Right.
I watched an article or read a I can't even talk.
Okay.
I read or watched it was a video online and talked about how artificial intelligence could be dangerous and make it look like you did a crime you didn't commit.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking that's why when you say this, it's like I should be able to pick out my own outfit. Now it might improve your fashion a little bit.
Yeah. You know how many times I lay my stuff out the night before.
Yeah.
I do
But I
too.
said, when did I last wear this shirt? And it could have been Monday. I forgot.
Yeah.
And then you guys are going, God, you're wearing that
Well,
shirt.
and we
again."
do more and more photos and videos that get posted, and it's like, oh, I'm wearing that same shirt
Especially
again.
if you have a go-to that you feel comfortable
Yeah.
or is flattering. You might.
Possibility.
There was a shirt I had, and I know you know it, but it was like an off-the-shoulder burgundy blouse. And it had flower print on it. You
Yeah.
remember that?
No.
I had to finally throw it away.
You had for years.
And I have every time I see like girls' night out or blah, blah, I'm always in that shirt, and I thought I better
You like
rotate
it.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I wouldn't let that happen.
Right.
Just saying. 6:25 with Jim, Deb, and Kevin mentioned that you can text us, and we just got a text from Tom. He's an Uber driver downtown.
Oh, yeah.
He has us on. So, Tom, be safe, have fun, and turn the radio up. We'll keep the folks entertained in your car as you drive around downtown for Uber.
Yeah.
So I have a friend who I was speaking with the other day. She made a claim, and I said, I'm not buying that. And her claim is, and I told her I was going to share this.
Okay.
Her claim is
Well, I hope so.
that she has never belched in her life.
Yeah, that's not physically possible.
No, I don't
you
think so
need to
either.
expel
I didn't
that
think it was
gas.
either. I said, "Are
Yeah.
you sure?"
As a baby, you make them do that. You know?
Well, okay, she
Yeah.
won't recall her infant
Okay.
state.
No, you're exactly right. You got to get that air that's trapped in your body
But
out.
as long as she can recall, and she's my age, she says,
Yeah.
I have never belched. It doesn't happen. And I said, no, there's no way. I just don't believe that. She
Did
said,
she-
and then she said, ask my family. It's a thing. We talk about it all the time. I've never belched. I said, you never belched in front of other people. She goes, I've never belched.
Does she hold them in till they come
That's
out?
what I asked her. I
as
said, because you're
as gas?
suppressing. She goes, no, there's no, it doesn't even take place. Is that even possible?
I don't think so. No, maybe she's silent.
I need to question our friendship.
Yeah. Well, I looked it up. And honestly, this is a fact. It says that the average person burps, you use the word belch, but burps 338 times a year.
A year.
Oh,
which seems extremely low to me. I do that in a week. But,
right.
But
she says it's never happened.
I don't think that's.
I don't remember if it's the Italian. I think it's the Italians that after a big meal, like that the mom or grandma has served, it is polite.
Yes,
and it means
what?
if you belch after dinner, that means you enjoyed your dinner, and it's considered a compliment.
That's good etiquette.
I remember. I forgot about that, Jim. Yeah, you're right.
Well, she's not Italian.
Oh, evidently not, or hates every meal.
And she says it does not happen. Now, I don't usually do this, but if you are a doctor or somebody in the medical field, I would love for you to let me know if this is true. I'm sure she's listening. I told her, I said, this is debating. It's debatable. We're putting it on the air, and I want to hear from somebody who can say that this is true or not.
You ever drink a Coke out of a can?
Yeah.
Carbonation.
A Coke out of a can specifically does it to me.
Sprite does it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the number, 317-255-9367. Now, we don't have to put you on the air or anything, but I want you to tell me if that's true.
If that's even humanly
possible.
I don't think it's
medically
or
possible.
text us too if you want to do that. I don't think it is. Ever have a beer after your first couple sips? There it is.
I'm never going to ask her if I look fat in my jeans because she lies.
No. Maybe you do want to ask her.
Oh,
627.
Oh, my God.
Want to win tickets to see Morgan Wallen? No. I'm just saying never mind. Want to win tickets and we'll see Morgan Wallen listen at 7:35.
Morning, it's Jim, Deb, and Kevin. It's 6:33, and Deb has a friend who told her she's never belched.
That's what she says.
Ever in her life.
And we kind of questioned that there. What about Tracy?
I was just calling to let you know my daughter, who is 23, not belch either.
Like never?
Never.
Okay.
She did when she was a baby, and she was really hard to get her to burp.
Sure.
But now that she's older, she's like, I wish I could burp. She cannot burp.
Oh, my gosh. So sometimes you feel like a bubble in your chest. She just has to deal with it?
Yeah, she has to deal with it. She cannot burp. It will not come out.
Oh, boy. Oh,
that is crazy. You know what, Kevin
I just got a text from somebody that said PCB is the inability to belch. It's a syndrome.
I never
Is
heard
that right? I never heard
maybe
of
she's
that.
telling the truth.
Oh, now I feel bad. Now I feel bad.
I feel bad, too. Okay. Oh, my goodness.
I guess we learned something there,
I'm
didn't
going
we?
to go burp for her now.
I know. That's bad.
Linda wrote in, and she says, the nerve never relaxes, allowing you to belch.
I'll be darned.
Wow.
See, we learn something every day, don't we?
It's like school.
Educational. The country station 95.5 WFMS. It is Thursday. Good morning. It's Jim, Deb, and Kevin.
I know sometimes on the radio I come across sounding a little uptight, but that's just the character I play on the radio.
Sometimes.
That is not my real life.
Yes, it is.
Well, here's a good example. This bugs me, and maybe it's just me, but I don't think it is. My family, when I text, I will write things out. I want the complete sentence. It's called paragraph texting.
Paragraph.
So I paragraph text because I want to make sure that what I'm saying is fully understood. This includes punctuation, capitalization, commas, whatever it might be.
Grammar teachers would be impressed.
It drives my family crazy because there's the other version is called dry texting, where you just answer in one or two words. Punctuation doesn't matter.
Right.
I'm with you.
That bothers me.
I'm with you. I like a complete. I don't like when my kids do this. When they write I and it's the lowercase
Me too.
I.
Oh, there you go.
Especially if it starts a sentence. That's
too.
wrong. But my kids make fun of me. They say, "Oh, Mom, you always have to capitalize everything. You always have commas."
So you're a paragraph texter
I'm a
like
paragraph
me.
texter,
Not a dry texter. Jim, what are you? Are you a...
Yes, I'm capital letters. I'm punctuation.
That's true about you. And Jim's also several emojis. You
I'll
guys
throw
are
a couple
actually
of those in there.
rarity, I think.
Yeah, Kevin doesn't emoji eyes.
Yeah,
very much.
well, and now there are times when I'm just one word or whatever, and if you like the two of you get a joke going back and forth on text.
You write ha.
Maybe
That's true.
ha.
But you know what I figured out with you? That means when you write ha,
Yeah.
I kind of hate it, just so you know.
Oh, I'm going to do it now.
Because to me, you're saying, I saw your message, but you're not really sharing your...
Well, it's because I'm busy.
It's funnier than ha.
I'm busy doing something else, and I want to acknowledge that, hey, I'm here in the room
You're
with
just
you,
checking
but
a
I'm
box.
just kind of checking the box. But normally I'm a paragraph texter. Drives my family crazy, but the turnaround is that the way they text back and those dry texting drives me crazy. What do you got?
He goes on and on and on, too, sometimes. He texts kind of like he talks.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
But
Man,
on
I'll
the
tell you what.
paragraphs, what do you got, Jim?
When Kevin gets to texting, sometimes we are rejecting those long, lengthy paragraphs. But there's never frustration with his perfect punctuation.
That's true.
We just read it and sit there and we laugh. Wait a minute, here's the bubbles. Here's the bubbles again. We're still going.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that.
That's our Kevin.
Morning, Jim, Deb Kevin at 724, 95.5 WFMS. We talked a little earlier about texting.
Yeah.
You can almost see personalities come through.
That's a good point, Jimmy.
You know?
Yeah, you could see how people react. I'm a paragraph texter. I found that you two guys are probably in that same category.
Capitalization, punctuation.
We
lots
put
of
this
words.
on Facebook this morning. Yeah, and vast majority of people on Facebook vote that they are short texters or dry texters, which means just one or two words in response. So we're kind of like on an island of our own where we don't, we paragraph text. Most people don't like that. I know it drives my family crazy, so I'm trying to work on that. Make it just short little mentions. We got a message from Stephen, Deborah.
Yeah, Stephen is not a fan of the multiple texts. And so some people are paragraph texters like Kevin.
Yeah.
Some people just do one or two word answers. That's Greg.
Yeah.
I think I wrote love you one time and he wrote back okay. What? No.
Could have just done the emoji.
Yeah, stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, so are you a paragraph texter or a dry texter, which is just the shorter ones? Steven says, I do paragraphs. My wife does multiples. So I'm trying to sleep and I'll get a ding text message. He says, I try to ignore it and then ding, another text. I still ignore it. Third ding, I roll over, get my glasses on, find the phone. I read the text. First text says, thanks for lunch. Second text says, love you. Third text, smiley heart.
So it's a
Steven
conversation.
is losing it.
Well, Stephen, I'm
Okay.
with you on that too. I don't like multiple texts. My family does all this.
I'm
but
guilty of that.
I just found out just the other day that there is a way to opt out on that.
Yeah, how did you not know?
I did not know.
So-
Evidently, Stephen doesn't know either.
So if it's a one person or a group thread, you hit the little three dots in the upper corner.
Yeah.
And options will come up and it says hide alerts. And you can, now, if it doesn't work for you, here's why. I found out the hard way. I didn't have my phone updated with the newest software update. It will not work if you don't have the newest software.
Now, does the
update.
person know that I've left?
Nope.
So if the three of you guys are texting back and forth, the three of us,
Yeah.
and I decided I want to leave that
You
conversation.
better not opt out.
I would never do that,
But
Deborah,
if you
but
don't,
if I did.
here's how we would know. They don't get a notification, but if you don't start responding after a while, Hayden didn't respond in our family thread, and I finally said, "What's up with you not responding?" He goes, "You're on hot. You're on hidden." I'm like, "That is rude.
You can't hide your mother.
You can't
No,
hide
that
mom
is true.
because mom's got your money." Katie says it depends on who I'm texting and also the vibe I get from said text on how I respond, paragraph or short, dry text.
Oh, okay.
Yvette says I'm a short texter. Terry, I'm a short texter. Jenny, depends on if I have a thought or a few thoughts on my mind. Or maybe I'm venting about something, and then it's probably a longer paragraph. Brenda says it depends on who I'm talking to. Susan, hello, paragraph texter all the way.
There you go.
She's with you,
Welcome
Kev.
to the group.
Yes.
Welcome to the group. Well, all
Let's
right.
see,
I'm going to
our
work on
English
that.
teachers would be proud that we remember that and we use punctuation and capitalization. It's time for another round. It can't beat Deb, and our contestant on the line here is Elizabeth. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning.
What side of town are you from?
I'm from Noblesville.
Noblesville. Hey, that's my area up there,
County.
too. So, hey, I guess we're neighbors in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's how we
Yes,
play
we
the
are.
game.
Okay, we ask you 5 questions, and of course, we ask Deb those exact same 5 questions. If you get more right than Deb, yay, you win. But if she gets more right than you, or if she ties you, then she wins because it's called Can't Beat Deb, not Can't Tie Deb. And if you're ready, let's start with question number 1.
All right, question 1 here, Elizabeth. Fun fact, there are 28 fireplaces in the White House. Now, what street is the White House on? Is it Pennsylvania Avenue, Madison Avenue, or Lincoln Square?
Pennsylvania Avenue.
All right, question 2. A study found the number 1 romance killer is bad breath. Now, what is the medical term for bad breath?
Halitosis.
Question 3. Millennial women say nerds make the best husbands. What was the name of the nerd on Family Matters?
Steve Urkel.
Question 4. Coffee breaks started in the 1800s. Now, people would take a break from work at around 11 a.m. and they would drink whiskey, water, or coffee.
Coffee.
All right, question 5. Dr. Phil turned 73 years old this month. Now, what is Dr. Phil's last name?
McGraw.
There's our 5 questions. Let's bring Deb back to the room and see how she does on 95.5 WFAMS. It's back to Can't Beat Deb. Deb is back into the studio and say hello from Noblesville, my area of the world, God's country it is. This is Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hello.
Oh, she sounds really sweet and innocent almost.
Yeah, but very smart. Very smart. All right, Deb, here we go.
Okay.
Question 1. Fun fact, there are 28 fireplaces in the White House. What street is the White House on? Is it Pennsylvania Avenue, Madison Avenue, or Lincoln Square?
It's on Pennsylvania Avenue.
That's correct. And Elizabeth knew that, too. So everybody scores. It's Deb 1, Elizabeth 1.
Question 2. A study found the number 1 romance killer is bad breath. What is the medical term for bad breath?
Halitosis.
That's correct. And Elizabeth knew that, too. So everybody scores. It's Deb 2, Elizabeth 2. I'm smelling my breath for a minute.
You make sure you're fresh, all right?
Yeah, because I'm on this side of the room.
Here's a
sorry.
mint.
Yeah.
Question 3. Millennial women say nerds make the best husbands. What was the name of the nerd on Family Matters?
Family Matters. What show was that? Family Matters. That was, he had the suspenders and the glasses. It was it Urkel?
Is that your guess?
That's all I have.
That would be
Woo!
correct. Steve Urkel is the full
Steve,
name.
okay.
Elizabeth knew that, too. So once again, everybody scores. It's Deb 3, Elizabeth 3. Good game going.
All right, here we go. Question 4. Coffee breaks started in the 1800s. People would take a break from work at 11 a.m. to drink whiskey, water, or coffee.
You just said it was a coffee break. Why wouldn't they drink coffee on a coffee break? Otherwise, it'd be a water break or a whiskey break. So they probably drank something else. It's probably a stupid trick question. But you're throwing me off because you don't want me to say coffee. So I'm saying coffee.
That's what Elizabeth said, too. It was actually whiskey.
Oh,
They would take a break at 11 a.m. to drink whiskey.
Well, they are calling it the wrong
And
thing.
then I guess nobody went back to work. I'm not sure. But so nobody scores. It still is Deb 3, Elizabeth 3.
That was ridiculous.
Question 5. Dr. Phil turns 73 years old this month. What is Dr. Phil's last name?
That's probably Philip. It's like Philip.
Phil Phillip?
No, it's shoot. Does anybody even know his real last name?
Elizabeth did.
No, she did not.
did
Oh,
not.
no. Is this for the win?
This is for the win.
Oh, no. I just broke out in hives. It's Phil. As soon as you say it, I'm going to know it. It's like Phil Herman or something. Oh, no. It's Phil. Shoot. Hang on a second. Come to my, just hop in my brain right now. It's Phil Sanford. Shoot!
Phil McGraw.
I knew that!
No, you didn't.
Yeah, because Tug McGraw.
Elizabeth got it right.
That's Tim. That's Tim.
You know, sometimes, Deb, it's best if you just remain silent.
Okay.
Anyway, so Elizabeth gets a point. So it's Deb 3, Elizabeth 4. Elizabeth, you just beat Deb.
I hate Thursdays.
Oh, well done there. Well played. Right down to the wire.
I'm Elizabeth from Noblesville, and I can beat Deb.
Well done. If you'd like to be a contestant on Can't Beat Deb, just give us a text at 317-255-9367, and we'll get you all set up. All right, we got some clouds right now, 63 degrees. Morning, Wanda.
Well, thanks to Deb, I now know that Tug McGraw is Dr. Phil's father.
Isn't that neat?
I don't know what happened. I'm like having a blank moment.
So does that make Tim
just
McGraw?
laughed.
Is that Tim McGraw? Does that make Dr. Phil his brother?
I refuse to answer.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe it's his half-brother. We don't know. But
That's it. 95.5 WFMS. Good morning. Here with Jim, Deb, and Kevin. And Deb's got your daily dirt, and it's called the Swiftie effect.
Well, that's what people are saying. Of course, she showed up at the game last week, and Travis Kelce had merchandise that was,
Yeah, like
400% increase in sales, everything else. We'll tell you what the Swiftie Effect Part 2 is, and that's coming up in about 30 seconds. But first, Bruce Springsteen is postponing the rest of his tour dates for 2023. He continues to battle peptic ulcer disease.
Oh, wow.
Sounds painful.
I bet it is.
He says, quote, "I'm actually on the mend, but I'm just not able to make it through the rest of the shows. It's still taking time, but I can't wait to see you all next year." So he says he will be back. Kevin Bacon says he rejected the fame that came with Footloose because he wanted to be taken seriously as an actor, and he didn't think he would on that movie. He says he ended up self-sabotaging that part of himself and pushing back the popularity. And he said that's what every actor wants.
It was
Why
a
did I do
huge
that?
hit, yeah.
Absolutely. If you don't follow him, by the way,
He's funny.
on Instagram, his reels are a riot.
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon. You should look him up. Taylor Swift is expected to be in the house when Travis Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs take on the New York Jets at MetLife Stadium this Sunday. Here we go again. It's called the Swiftie effect, where everything seems to, like, I guess Travis gained so many thousands of followers in addition to what he had already. Obviously, you're a popular football player.
Sure, yeah.
You know, people are showing up, but they did point out that she has sold that stadium out twice. And so there is a anything that she touches seems to turn to gold effect.
Yeah, well, they talked just about that and the fact that, you know, she got this movie coming out, and this gave more publicity for that. People are going back and critiquing her reaction to his touchdown. It was a bit over the top.
Well, maybe she knew
they were way
cameras
ahead.
were
They
there.
scored like 40 points that game. It was a touchdown that didn't really matter.
Yeah.
And she's pounding on the window and getting all, and it's kind of like, is that a show to get more attention?
I love her. I think
Yeah,
she's
I
very
think so.
genuine.
Towards
I think
her movie.
You know she's
that's coming
authentic.
out. Oh, I know. She's also great marketing. And so is this part of it?
Well,
I think they're a couple, though.
I hope that the
What do you mean you
paparazzi,
think they are?
the paparazzi and everything else doesn't get in the way of what could be a really nice relationship.
They
It
will.
could.
It
I mean,
will.
it
Oh,
showed
yeah.
them leaving the game in a convertible.
They can't
and
go anywhere.
They
Yeah.
they cannot go anywhere. In fact, now there are photos out this morning where they're hanging out at an after party together, and she's got her arm around him, and there looks like he's sitting at a bar or a bar stool of some sort. So I would imagine it's only going to get crazier. 827. That is Deb's Daily Dirt, sponsored by Mark Dito Realty.